Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. After a very long time, I'm resurfacing on my channel. It's called Sassy Ash Conestello. That means live with style. And having said that, the ones who are new to my channel and who don't know me, so this channel is all about everything, but mainly being a communication coach. I like to discuss and explore the English language a little more. And of course, I'm an MBTI practitioner. I'm a business consultant, an AI expert, and still going on with the studies of AI. But all in all, having traveled more than I think 35 countries, and I'm not being pompous here, I think I do know how to converse with uh, a varied amount of background, people who belong to different backgrounds, people who belong to different cultures and religions. So yeah, it's all about communicating, letting your point across in a way that is not only impactful, but it makes a rather an impacting and lasting impression. Yeah, so that is that. And so that's a little about me. And should you want to know a little more in depth, then you're always most welcome to visit the description of my channel. With that, let's begin. So this is basically, with the varied challenging times that's been going on right now, I am going to start a video that's going to be on a daily basis posted on this channel, which would be mainly talking about how to improve your vocabulary and how to inculcate better words, more impactful, that can make a lasting impression, that can make a good impression of you at your workplace. So with that, let's get started. So the word for today that we are going to discuss is called illative. Yeah, I'll repeat, it's called illative. Now, it's a Latin word which was introduced in the English dictionary in late 16th century. And having been said that, it's not really truly, we don't use this word. You wouldn't have heard a lot of people using this particular word on a day-to-day basis. But the idea is to do that, right? Because it makes you sound more crisp, more professional, and all of that. What exactly does illative, again say illative, mean? It means related to making a conclusion. Basically, आप जब कुछ conclude कर रहे हो किसी चीज़ का, आपको लगता है ये result है, basically showing that a particular situation would lead you to a B particular result. So it's basically that. Yeah, so again I'll repeat, it means related to making a conclusion. For example, we can say her illative remarks solved the mystery. Yes, that was more like a conclusion that she gave and the mystery was solved. Now what I've done a bit of research, and I've found some, I can say some sentences which is basically where you can use it in your day-to-day professional conversations at your workplace. So just hear me out on this. So it says, while LT is a precise and useful word, it is a very useful word, guys. It can give you and your vocabulary, your diction, a whole new kind of, it can make you sound very impressive as well. So hear me out. It's not commonly used, as I said, in your everyday conversations. But here are some ways that you could use illative in a day-to-day work conversations, along with explanations of the context which is mentioned here. So the first is when, say, for example, you're a data analyst, or you're discussing data analysis, and you and your team is trying to draw conclusions. How can you say, and what do you generally say? And how can you, exchange it, replace it with illative? So let's get ahead with that. So for example, if you're saying, so looking at these sales figures, it seems like the marketing campaign worked. Yeah. So if you're giving a meeting to your company, you're having a presentation or a team meeting or something, and then you say this, that looks like when you look at these sales figures, it seems that the marketing campaign worked. Instead of this, because this still sounds a little casual, what you can say is, so these sales figures are illative of the success of the recent marketing campaign. Now just imagine, replacing a few words with this particular word, refined your vocabulary, and it just adds that little confidence to your conversation. There's another example that I would tell you. For example, so if we say, if we miss this deadline, it will mean we can't launch next month. Yeah, so there are a lot of deadlines, especially in sales, that people are trying to always match up to. So if you have to tell your team that, guys, if we miss this deadline, then it will mean that we can't launch next month. So instead of such a thing, you can try saying missing this deadline would be illative of a delay in our planned launch next month. Would be illative means that would end up resulting in us missing the deadline. We can't launch next month. Yeah. One more is there which says the fact that no one is using this feature suggests it's not very helpful. So for example, if you have maybe an LMS system and you launch something in your company, and now you're having a review of the same after a month or something, and now you're realizing that it's not very useful for either of you, for your entire team, for your company, etc. So if that is the case, and if you have to say the fact that no one is using this feature suggests it's not very helpful, what can you say instead of this? Now let's see that. The low adoption rate of this feature is illative of a potential usability issues or a lack of perceived value. Now that's so heavy, but the idea is, how can you use illative? So if you research a bit on this word, it's an interesting word. As I said, it's a Latin word, and it was introduced in the English dictionary in the late 16th century. One last, if I have to explain this a little further to you. So there's another example which says, therefore, because of these points, we should proceed with this strategy. So whatever you're planning and whatever the thing is, so you've come to a conclusion where you say, therefore, because of these points, we should proceed with this strategy. Instead of this, what can you say? You can say these points are illative of the need to proceed with this particular strategy. These points are illative. Basically, these points basically lead you to the conclusion or the result that you should be using this particular strategy. So having said that, guys, that was a little thing from me for today, and I'm going to be regularly posting such kind of content, more about different words that can assist you in growing your vocabulary. Some of them can be on grammatical incorrections to make it a little more correct, and how to sound more confident, how to refine your consonant sounds, and all of that. So being an English communication coach mainly, this is one of the genres, this is one of the fortes for my work front, and I'm happy to do that. Yeah, so thank you so much, and I hope our country, the decision that we have taken stands good, and no one likes war. So it's best that peace entails and peace remains. With that, thank you so much for being on here on my channel. And guys, I'm not a very pro body saying please subscribe and all of that, but yes, if you liked it, then I'll request you to press the like button and subscribe to my channel, and of course press the bell icon so you do get to know whenever I have my next update. Love you all. Cheers.